Peace. Back at it again. Second walk, day one. You get a little better shot at my hair. It's all over the place. It's fairly lined up. Face is cut down a little bit, but you know, I could be crispy with it if I really wanted to. I just wanted to touch back with you. Kind of retouch on what I spoke on before. This morning, I was talking about my hair. I could pick it out, line it up, do the old 1970s when my pops got married, hair afro. I could probably pull 4 inches out of that. I like the coils though. Now the coils is required in the light bulb and a lot of power plants and oscillators, things of that nature. Coils is required. It helps generate the energy, you dig? And I was telling you before about how your hair picks up energies that a little bit easier. But it's kind of an esoteric thing. It's kind of a quantum physics thing, you know. I do the spirit science combination stuff, you know, just to make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's a better look at it. I also want to touch on, I know I told y'all, you know, I was listening to some stuff. I get inspiration, motivational speakers in the morning. Let that replace my radio shows and my TV, stuff like that. I've been doing that for a while now. It's a lot of help. I remember being young and I'm like, motivational speaking? Fuck, what will I be listening to that all day for? And not really telling me nothing. So I thought. It's not true. It's a lot of stuff that'll help you realize. And so the younger you get into that, the better. There are people who got into it young and they're millionaires now. They're living life to their fullest. You know, even Nipsey. I remember watching something on Nipsey. He in his trap house showing stuff on the wall, and I seen a quote and the name Napoleon Hill on there. I'm like, this hood nigga, what he know about Napoleon Hill in the book How to Get Think and Grow Rich, you know? And then you start to notice that there's a secret that a lot of people are into, you know, The Secret, unrelated, but there is a secret, it's kind of related, that a lot of people know, the successful people and the people that grow, they know, and the rest of us don't, you know, and you think you the same as them, you think you from the same spot, you know what I'm saying, or you think you from the same hood, but they up on something that you don't, and sometimes they can't explain it to you, sometimes they don't want to explain it to you, sometimes they do it accidentally, sometimes they don't know what it is to tell you what's different, but it's always something different. And as you start to look around, you start to realize the successful and the progressive people, they're not the same. They're different from you. You know what I mean? So you got to tap into that. You got to start actively looking for that. Let me back out a little bit. I'm new to this. But, you know, people like I was listening to Eric Thomas this morning. He gets you hyped. I like Eric Thomas, but I did mention Les Brown, Napoleon Hill, Earl Nightingale, Zig Ziglar, you know, some newer guys I like, Gary V, I like Grant Cardone, I like Nipsey. When Nipsey talks, he talks like a lot of these guys, you know, outside of his music. R.I.P. Nip. I mean, it's a lot of them. Tim Ferriss, I first read his book, 4-Hour Work Week. That kind of changed my life. That's one of my favorite books. I'm listening to The Way of the Superior Man by David Dieter right now. Actually, in between, right before I started this recording, that's what I was listening to. Dope book. Really dope. I'm about halfway through. I kind of feel like it should be the way of the superior couple. At times, the way he puts it is directed toward the men. But it's a lot of information that couples or women would like to know. Because in telling us about women, he's got to know, he gives you details about women and their emotions and handling that type of stuff. And you realize a lot of women don't know this. They need to hear some of this, But it ain't about giving it to other people. It's about knowing yourself. And you have to find somebody who knows they self, And it talks about the emotional energy. And why men cheat, the difference between sexual energy and other energies, and the complications and understanding just the feminine energy itself, and not just in females. It's feminine energy all across all within nature. Motion and emotion. The weather, how it changes is everly changing. There's really no bad and good weather. There's positives and negatives of all weather, and it's always changing. And it's something similar to that. That's the world's version. The galaxy, the universe, all has a version of feminine energies, where it's not what's wrong. It's not trying to figure out what's wrong. It's more of it's always going to be something changing. So you got to understand that. Anyway, it's a dope book. You learn a lot about yourself, a lot about the opposite sex. Be in touch with your feminine side. That's it's said in a wrong way to make men back away from it, but it's more of a understanding the feminine emotion and the universe. Is how they should say it. But anyway, let me think. I had some other books. I already said Think and Grow Rich, The Way of the Superior Man. I like The Alchemist. It's a fictional book, but it teaches you about omens and quieting your mind to listen to your inner inspirations. That gut feeling, that intuition. Those are real things, and you can direct it and you can use it. So I like the Alchemist, 4-Hour Work Week. There's also a 4-Hour Body by Tim Ferriss too. I'm gonna check that out. But I'm gonna got to get back to it. Turn this walk into a job. That's my goal. I ain't doing too much. It's slow progress right now. Taking my herbs, some painkillers, and I'm getting after it. I'll talk about the herbs later. But I'll holler at you. Peace.